Good evening, everyone. Um, I'm Vignesh. So today I'm going to present to you guys about our new innovation called the Autoflip by our Yamaha Corporation. So I had help with my teammates Chanel, Yahubai, and so on in creating this application. So let's get into it without further delay. A little bit background about the company Yamaha. So it was originally created in 18th century, back in 1887 in Japan, and the company you basically was created for creating, for making pianos back in the days, and then they got really big company like in early 2000s. But Yamaha didn't really stop just in creating the pianos, but they are also huge manufacturers in motorcycles, as you know, like motorbikes, like in semiconductors, like chips, and also well-known sports equipments. And so let's get into a little bit about what exactly is Autoflip. How can people can be benefited from this application, though? So if you see the pianists, like the regular pianists, or if you see the pianists in playing in the auditorium or in the concert halls, if you see them, you always see them, they have something like a huge binder or like a huge kind of a book placed in front of them, and it has like 1,000 pages. Like they have to have all the songs in them, and they have to like flip around the page all the time, like whenever they have to play a new song. And like there's like really disadvantage for that in carrying out the binders with them all the time. I mean, first, it's not eco-friendly, cutting trees and making papers, so you can avoid that. And also it's a huge distraction in playing in an amazing instrument. When you're playing something amazing and you don't want to get distracted by just flipping pages. So we came up with a really nice idea to, why can't we automate it? Why can't we make an idea that uh, that it can, you know flip the page automatically? We can digitize it. It's 2016, so we gotta get on the trend, and we gotta try something new, and we gotta make it simple. We gotta make everything easier for people. So we came up with this idea. Um, so basically, a little bit brief about what Autoflip is. It's basically a multi-source control music sheet display device, which can download and store music sheet of music, as well as flipping the pages upon various commands. So basically, you can, or it has like a server online, so it can has more than like 500 songs on the database. So you can download the songs on the website, and then you can download it to your iPad, and then you can just that just by a voice command, like flip, or I mean that's really up to you. Like you can set it up to whatever command you like or you prefer. So if you can set it, for example, if you download a music, okay, and then if you see like a, for example, if you see in the sheet in the example, um, this sheet has like a 6 scores, and then probably it goes for like 30-40 seconds maybe. So if you play around a little bit, and if you know what you're doing on the piano, and then you have a rough estimate of what time you will complete that score, so in that time can be recorded, and that time can be set it up on the iPad. You can say, okay, 30 seconds, the page one has to be flipped to this page two. So you can set that up, so you can do that. Or another cool feature of this app is the app recognizes the audio while you're playing it. So once you play the song, it recognizes the song, and it actually automatically flips the page, uh, flip the page. I mean, and go to the next page. Um, and you can just play along. You don't have to worry about flipping the page, or you don't have to worry about doing anything. It does it automatically. So let's get a little bit about who the stakeholders for this application are. So basically investors. So who are the investors? So providing funding for the project is basically common in all the companies. So it's sort of basically who's going to invest in this project and who's going to support the production for the for this application, and who's the project manager. So the project manager is basically who manages the project, make sure everything, if it's in place, and make sure all the projects are meeting the deadlines, and make sure that all the deadlines have been set, and make sure there is no delays in delivering the project. And the project designer is basically who is designing the product. So this is how the product has to look like, and this is how what the people will be responding to it, and this is how people want, and this is how what product is about, is the role of the product designer. And the hardware developer is basically about who builds the hardware parts of the product to meet both design and practical needs. So he needs to know what's the technology bit of the of the application, and also the practical part. How can the hardware can interact with the people? The software developer is basically who develops it's a front end. So the front end guy who develops, who is responsible for what people actually see, and what how people interact with the application. So that's basically software developers. And sample musicians are the people who we are trying to test, and then we have, once that product has been tested, we have to make sure that product is on point. There's like 100% before delivering it to customers. So we make sure that we have the sample musician in place, so that to test the product, but the product is on point, there is no errors whatsoever. And all instrument players, so use the product, the players who use the application, basically, who are responsible for playing the application. So you use the product and may recommend to other potential users. It's about the stakeholder details. So let's get into the main feature of this product. I mean, why do people want to get Autoflip? Why can't they just like stick around with the old binders? So the first thing is, we have around 500 pages of music sheets online available to the customers. They can just download it online. So if you have like a number of songs, for example, if you see in the concert halls, like people used to like flip pages, they don't know where the song is, and they will be confused at that moment. They can panic at the. So there's no room for that over here, because there's a search bar on top of the application. You can just search for the name of the song, and then you can download it, and it will be on your in your laptop. I mean, sorry, in your tablet. So you can just download it, and they can just view it like right away. So there's no delay in connection. There's no because it's an offline database, so it's always there. And the final point, it's the main feature we are always talking about. It's called flipping pages. Excuse me. So flip pages automatically is as I talked about a little bit about this earlier, like it can automatically senses the notes while you play it, and then it actually flips to the next page, and then it can so there is no break, there is no interruption, there is no disruption while you're playing it. So it can be like a smooth like a concert. There is no interruption at all. So these are the key benefits. If you see, like, for using Autoflip, players usually have to stop while playing the. As I talked about this earlier, like people really have to like stop, and then you have to playing it, and then you have to flip the pages. So in this application, in this innovation, you really don't have to do any of that. The application does it by itself. And so auto detect feature, there's another cool feature that is would recognize the notes for the last row and flip the page accordingly. So once you hit to the last row, it recognizes it, and then it just flips to the next page. Quick search feature, as I talked about earlier, it's another cool feature involved. So This can be highly fit to the all the Apple devices, and we have estimated a price point about $250 initially. Um, and then you can have a free trial period for like 30 days, and then if you don't like it, you'll get a free money back guarantee. And also the notification on will be sent to the user, and the user has option to choose to keep the music with just zero point 0.5 per page, or if they don't like it, they can always delete it from their playlist. So this is a little introduction about our new device. I hope you guys like it, and then you definitely have to give it a try. Thank you.